Coming up in this episode of the Noms podcast, we try fruitcake.
We also try German fruitcake.
And we also hit the pan, the Marzipan.
All that and lots of presents in this episode of the Noms podcast.
Hey everybody, it is time for another episode of the Noms podcast, the podcast about food. I am Ktdata, and it's not a Noms podcast without the ever so adorable Cousin Jane. How are you doing today, Cousin Jane?
I'm doing great, Cousin Ktdata.
Oh, so if people haven't noticed right by now, we're cousins.
We're cousins.
Yeah.
And it's Christmas.
It's Christmas. So we decided to have a awesome episode on Christmas favorites. I'll say in quotes.
Favorites. And Christmas traditions.
Okay, yeah. I'm just saying, fruitcake is not a Christmas tradition for you, but like apparently everybody else is.
It's not. No, I don't think it's anybody's tradition. I think it's just it's always there. They never sell out of it. It's just there.
Oh, wait until you guys hear about the shelf life of fruitcake. But before we get there, what have you been up to, cousin? I haven't seen you in a while.
Christmassy things. I started taking addresses for Christmas cards, so I've been making and putting together all my Christmas cards, and I finally sent them out yesterday and today, which took forever because I think I started at the 1st of the month and it's already the 16th. So, whoa. But if you want a Christmas card, I'm still taking addresses, unless it's like way later and you're watching this in like March. You can send me your I might actually send you a Christmas card if you ask for one. So
or
feel free.
They would be early for 2015 Christmas.
Yes, you might get the early edition of the 2015, which is a totally different card than the one I'm giving in 2014. So who knows? Who knows? I might change my mind by then. Our bowling league is over. Aww. I don't know if you remember us talking about it. I actually got the highest score. I have it somewhere. The highest score of the ladies. Not yesterday, but last week. It was ridiculous.
What was the score?
I don't know. I gotta look. But they have the
300?
No, it wasn't 300. But it was out of the ladies, and it wasn't out of any of the men.
Note to self: don't play against cousin.
252.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I'm like, what?
What?
Before that, my average was 102.
I can't even break 100.
What? It doesn't make sense. It was so weird. I don't know how I got it, but that might have been with my handicap. Now that I'm looking, I think it was actually 174. That makes a lot more sense. But with a handicap, yeah. So I kind of just talked myself down. Anyway, I went to bowling league. That's over. So now I have my Mondays back, which I'm so happy.
Yay. Does that mean your fans get to see you more when you're live casting?
I might live cast more on Mondays.
In your own category?
Yes, in my own live casting category. That's pretty much just me in the live casting category.
Can we like name you the queen of the live casters then, since you're like there?
Sure.
Everybody bow down to Cousin Jane, queen of the live casters.
Queen? No, I can't. I can't claim it all on my own because there's Jazz Rack. He's also another live caster, which I'm so excited to see.
There's two.
There's two of us, the reigning champions of the live casting channels. So yeah, so that's exciting. I have that, and I watched a movie.
Ooh.
I watched Exodus. The Moses movie is what I call it because I keep forgetting it's called Exodus. But I watched it in the most comfy chairs ever. Like it was those ones that like you get an easy chair to sit in. And I'd never been in one.
Whoa.
Have you ever been to one where they have the easy chairs?
I'm not cool enough to be in those chairs. I didn't
even know that's what it was. I thought that this was because it was reserved seating, but it was only like $11.
So
I'm like,
is it not reserved seating for you guys there?
What?
Normally, is it not normally reserved seating?
No, it's usually just first come, first serve. You all show up an hour and a half
You
early.
guys live in the Stone Age. Here in Utah, it's pretty much standard for reserved seating.
That would be amazing.
It's so
man.
cool. You show up 5 minutes before the movie and no one's in your seats.
This one, we thought it was going to be like Studio Movie Grill or what's the other one?
Alamo Draft House?
Maybe. I've never heard of that one.
What?
It's where you reserve your seat and you get a table and you get to order food and everything. And then I Googled it beforehand. I'm like, oh, there's no food. It's just reserved seating. So we're like, okay. So we get there and they're all easy chairs. And they're all electronic easy chairs. So you sit down and you press the little button on here and you lean back and then you start pressing it more and then it starts putting your feet back and then you're like laying back watching the Moses movie. And I'm like, this is the best experience ever.
See, this is why we can call you the queen of the life casters, because you get fancy chairs like that too.
Yeah, I always get fancy chairs like that. But it was the first time. So this one time, I always got it.
Yeah, this one time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. And speaking of movies, I actually got to see 2 screenings this weekend. So I saw Annie, and then Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb. Oh,
That's so exciting. Annie, I'm more excited about.
I liked both of them. Annie was kind of funny. A lot of fun jokes and stuff. My mom enjoyed them too, so that was always great on there. And then I discovered this, and I didn't know, but apparently Utah has a world market here. And
my favorite.
Man, first time I stepped into the store and I was like, what's going on here? They're selling furniture and like house decorations, but there's like
it's amazing
crazy food section in there too. I'm like,
yeah,
what?
It's so great. I don't even know how to explain it except that they sell furniture, kitchen, bathroom. It's like a Pier 1 and a national, what do you call it? An international food store. A Pier 1 international food store, sort of.
Yeah, I walked in and I'm like, man, this is like where all the hipsters, it's like a hipster store. I was like, I thought Whole Foods was like hipstery-ish, but this is like even more hipster-ish.
It's awesome
on there. And what was crazy though is because I went on a Sunday, and usually Sundays in Utah aren't busy on there, but there was a line for the cash register from the front of the store where the registers are to about halfway to 3/4 back to the back of the store.
Because it's Christmas.
And I was like, this is insane. No one ever shops anywhere on Sunday. Usually I can walk in and walk out, but I had to wait in line for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's because it's Christmas and that store is super popular for gifts, especially Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
They have tons of ornaments, and it's the 24 days of gifting. Today was a snow globe.
What?
I don't need a snow globe. Each day they have a new thing that they have on sale, and today was a snow globe. One of them was cutting boards in the shapes of like animals. So I got like 3 cows and 2 pigs, and those were $10 each.
Why do you need 3 cows? And
they're not for me, they're gifts. Gifting.
It's like, don't you just need 1 cutting board? What?
No. I need 14 million.
All right. If you say so. Plus, I also got this from you on there. Surprise. I took the addresses off because I don't need people to stalk me on there. So, all right. I haven't opened it yet, so I have no idea what's in here.
I don't even remember what's in it either.
So I'm going to open it. It's probably like arsenic or like a dead rat or something, right?
It's probably Cards of Humanity poop.
I actually have a box of that here somewhere.
You got it?
Yes.
People were outraged today because of that.
Why would you be outraged? I knew what I was getting into.
I thought about getting it, and I'm like, no, it's probably actually bullcrap, so I'm not going to.
It is actual bullcrap on there. But
Did you touch it?
It's dry.
Did you touch it?
No.
You touched it.
No, I didn't. It's
Did
a nice
you eat
box. No. All right, let's see. I got a letter. This is probably not a good chance that I can't read.
It's a private letter. I'm just kidding. I have no idea what it says.
Let's see. Merry Christmas. The Dum-Dums are for the podcast. Frozen hot chocolate for another one. Minions, ha! And the t-shirt are yours. Janie, P.S. Your card is coming separate.
Yeah, I sent it out
Alright,
today or
alright.
yesterday.
All right,
Today.
let's see. Ooh, fancy. Oh. Hey, look at that. Now, does this mean I have to get a Connect Cast tattoo on my arm now?
Yeah, because I already
Okay.
have one, but you
Yeah.
can't see it.
I'm gonna put it right on the back of my neck, so when I'm walking around, people will see the Connect Cast logo and think I'm some kind of cultist.
Why don't you get the tramp stamp and then wear like a midriff shirt everywhere you go?
Because that's just too easy.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And then cinnamon spice Tic Tacs. Ooh.
Yeah, I kind of threw those in last minute because I forgot about them, and so I wanted to try those today too.
And I like they're less than 2 calories per mint. This can be my lunch for like a month.
Yeah.
Just one
And then
Tic
you can run it off.
Tac. Yeah.
Oh, drop it.
And then let's see. Here are the Dum Dums. See all the fancy flavors on that. So are they for today? Yes, for today, on there. So we'll have to go through all the flavors on there, and then world famous delectable drink, 30 ounces. How am I gonna drink 30 ounces of hot chocolate? Ooh, this is from Serendipity. Oh, I love Serendipity.
Yeah, I got those from Pen Pusher. I banned. You're good.
I don't even know how to ban.
I just found out like 2 days ago.
I should learn how to do that. But yeah, I love Serendipity. Like, I'm actually headed off to Vegas in a couple weeks on there.
Yeah,
so.
I'd never heard of them, and Pen Pusher sent them for me for my YouTube videos back when I was making food YouTube videos, and I never made them, so I figured I'd send you one, and then I can make one, and we can do it like for our next podcast.
We can make them. It's way good, and they have their like we went there last year and it was way good, so I may have to stop by again.
Is it a drink place?
It's a restaurant, I think, and then they have chocolate like piped. There's pipes that go through the whole restaurant, and there's chocolate that they pump through it and stuff, and they have all
like
these
Willy Wonka?
Yeah, it's really good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's really
Do you
good.
eat it from the pipes? Do they pipe it into your mouth?
I really wish on there, but it's way good on there. And ooh, more minions. Beedo.
Look at the minions. Look at the minions.
Oh, that's me in the middle, right? Isn't that me? I think that is.
They're the funniest looking minions I've ever seen.
They're just like, meh. So I think if they're following the Minions movie, the middle one is going to be Kevin, which is me, and then this one's Stuart, and then this one's Ben.
Ben.
You don't realize how excited I am for the Minion movie, okay?
Well, when I saw those, I thought of you. And when I saw those, I couldn't stop laughing. So I had to get them for you.
And my coworker was like, I can't believe I can't believe how you've related yourself to these minions. I'm like, what?
What? Yeah, the Minions, they come from like probably the best animated movie I'd seen in a very long time.
Are you not excited for the Minion movie? I am.
I am.
I want to know what Minion Kevin's gonna do to change all the minions and see if they find Groot. Groot.
And I want to watch both Despicable Me's again.
Oh, let's just do that right now.
It's so fun.
Let's just do that right now. All right. Ooh, I'm gonna put this right here before I make a mess.
Yay, gifts.
All right. So, wow.
Hopefully
I'm
I find the
excited.
gift you sent me.
Hopefully. On there. If anybody works for the post office in Texas and knows where cousin's gift that I sent her is, let us know.
It might be in my apartment. It might be lost at the post office.
I know. I was excited. I got Walnut a gift too, and I thought he would be excited about it.
He would never be excited.
I know. He hates me.
He does not hate you. So.
All right. So how about we jump into our food to try? And so you guys have kind of heard my spiel already that I think fruitcake is like horrible, and
I think it looks delicious.
And it's not me jumping on the bandwagon. I've tried fruitcake before, and previous times it hasn't been. I mean, like, look at this.
I think it looks delicious.
Like, cake does not have a year-long lifespan, cousin. I'm just saying. Cake does not last that long.
It might.
And
I leave my cake in my cabinet for that long.
seriously, like not.
No, it smells like perfume.
So while I'm opening this, okay. So
I'm so excited.
What I discovered, and this may be a result of me living in Utah. Oh no, that fruitcake, for those people who don't know, is not a real cake. I guess it is. It's caked with chopped candied fruit and/or dried fruit, nuts, and spices. And depending on where you live, they soak it in booze.
Booze.
I don't
have booze?
I don't actually get a lot of booze.
I said booze.
For that. Is this orange part edible? I'm scared. I'm so scared.
I took off my glasses. I can't read anymore.
On there. So yeah, because there's not a lot of people who drink in Utah, or when I was growing up, there wasn't a lot on there. So well, I still.
It says. Oh my gosh, sodium propionate and potassium sorbate added to retard spoilage.
Yeah, those are preservatives.
I didn't know potassium could retard spoilage.
Not potassium. Potassium
sorbate.
Sorbate, yeah. On there, because
I thought it was just salt.
Mine has raisins, orange peel, pineapple, flour, cherries, water, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, almonds, margarine, liquid margarine. Oh dear.
Are you reading all of them? Mine doesn't have alcohol in it. Refrigeration recommended before slicing.
Mine says it has mono in it. I don't know if
mono. Mononuclear.
No, it
mine says mono and diglycerides.
Yeah, but
not just mono.
I don't want Epstein-Barr virus in my fruitcake.
I'm holding this too close to my face. I can't read it.
Right.
I need reading glasses. Do they make those?
Yes.
They make reading glasses?
Yeah, you can buy them.
Because I can't read stuff when it's this close to my face. I don't think you're supposed to. Okay, let's try this.
All right, let's try this. I'm cutting mine right now, and
it kind of looks like a muffin.
A disgusting muffin. I'm gonna chop off.
Oh, it cuts so great.
If you guys haven't noticed, this was Cousin's idea to do fruitcake. I can't cut it. My knife's not going.
Yes, it is. Lies.
All right, I think
mine isn't as gooey as I thought. Fruitcake.
All right. While we eat this, did you know that the earliest recipe comes from Rome? And I'd actually might eat this more than what I have in my hand right now, but it had pomegranate seeds, pine nuts, raisins, and it mixed into a marley bash.
Oh.
All right. Like.
Mine is like.
I honestly think it's the candied fruit that throws me off.
Why? Candied fruit is delicious, I think.
All right. And you have more like filling. I have all.
Mine doesn't have filling.
Like you have more breadish
like
stuff.
Oh, you have the fruit with a little bit of cake.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, let's try this before I regret things.
I'm gonna put my glasses on for this. My other ones.
Okay, I regret things. Not good. Yeah.
It's like eating sweet carrots.
This is nothing like eating sweet carrots. It's like mushy.
I don't like sweet carrots.
It's like mushy but crunchy because of the nuts and super sweet. Things I do for you guys. What am I gonna do with this half piece that I have left?
What are you gonna do with the rest of the cake?
All right. So for people like me who do not like this, there's apparently a annual fruitcake toss in the town of Manitou Springs, Colorado.
So this is what you're gonna do with the rest of the cake.
I might. And I actually have video of things they do. Like,
Oh,
so you see, they have people built catapults and they like catch the fruitcake. And look at this. This guy like built a giant catapult, and there's like all these
out
different
of like
PVC
a.
pipe.
Oh my gosh! I thought it was like a
Look, that
playground
takes two
swimming.
guys. Two guys to
Are they trying to catch it after that?
They're trying to get the farthest on some of them. Look at that kid running and get it. And look, they have cannons.
Oh my gosh! Do they make the fruitcake for that, or did they buy it?
I have no idea.
Well, I got my fruitcake from the dollar store, so I don't think I got the best one I could have got.
I think yours is better than mine.
I called him before, and I'm like, this is probably really weird, but do you have fruitcake? She's like, yeah, we do. And I'm like, okay, good. I'm gonna go get it. I'm probably the only one that's ever asked you if I can buy your fruitcake.
And did you ask him if that fruitcake was from this year?
No, I didn't even try to. I didn't want to know the answer.
Yeah. So speaking of the shelf life, apparently fruitcake can last for years, especially the stuff that has booze in it.
Yeah.
And I've seen reports of having fruitcake that's 25 years old. I've seen fruitcake. A story about this family that claims that they made this fruitcake for George Washington, and George Washington sent it back because he can't accept gifts that weigh more than 80 pounds. And supposedly, every year, this guy's family saws off a piece of fruitcake, divides it upon each other, and they eat a piece of fruitcake that's that old. I don't know if I believe it or not, but yeah.
Okay.
This is why I'm not.
I'm gonna do that with my fruitcake. I'm gonna save it for the rest of my life.
Oh, blah. Well,
Did I? No, I didn't finish it.
well, see. Oh, you told me to finish it, and you only took a bite. Oh, dear.
No.
See, I see how it is. And then apparently this used to be like the thing to have for weddings in England and
Yeah,
stuff.
I thought that it was gonna be the most delicious thing in the world.
I didn't.
Oh well.
On there. And then they actually had this custom for people who went to the wedding that were unmarried. They would take a slice of the fruitcake home with them, put it under their pillow, and supposedly they would dream of the person that they're supposed to marry.
That's how I found Jesse.
Really?
No,
Do you still have that piece of fruitcake?
I do. It's in my closet. This is the piece of fruitcake.
Yeah, and some people have auctioned off pieces of fruitcake, and they were going for like $7,000 for a slice of fruitcake, and I'm like, you people are insane.
Like for George Washington's fruitcake?
Like, I think one of them was the royal from Princess Diana's wedding or something, or one of the royal family's weddings, and
Really?
yeah.
They better have a lot of booze in them. Maybe that's what they're doing. They're just getting drunk.
Probably. Maybe that makes it better. And and I think most people know fruitcake. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't remember the story that well. There's a story called A Christmas Memory by Truman Capote. And then that's where the line from, oh my, it's fruitcake weather comes from. And it's a whole story about like two people getting supplies to make fruitcake to give to people.
Okay.
And they like steal a whole bunch of like bootleg rum to make the fruitcake. Maybe that's why it makes it taste better.
I don't think that's a charitable movement.
What? Rum? I think
No, giving people fruitcake.
apparently they're like, these are for people that we may have only met once or never met. And I think like President Roosevelt gets a slice from that story and stuff. On there.
Okay.
All right. So,
all right. What's next?
I was excited about this. I did not know about this until you told me about it. But our next thing is actually called Stalin bread.
Yeah.
And I was all excited about it until I did research. And the first line I found was Stalin is traditional German fruitcake.
Fruitcake! More fruitcake! But it's covered in powdered sugar.
And marzipan. So I have a cranberry Stalin.
I have
So mine
sugar
has
plum.
Cranberries in it. And yours has sugar plums in it. Oddly enough, fruitcake used to be called sugar plum cake.
Ooh, I've never had a sugar plum.
On there, so
They sound amazing.
we're gonna open it, but you can see that mine is a German fruitcake with 10% cranberries and 10% almond paste filling on there. So the marzipan filling is actually optional usually. Oh, and there's instructions on the back in many languages.
Instructions.
These are all ingredients.
Oh, that's not instructions.
But apparently the most famous Stalin is actually from, it's called Dresden Stalin, so obviously it was made in Dresden, Germany.
Germany.
And apparently to make official Dresden Stalin, you got to get approved by the king on there. So there's only 150 different bakeries in the whole town of Stalin that can do this. I'm trying not to make a mess all over my keyboard in office as I get this out because I can already see the powdered sugar going everywhere.
I smell the alcohol. Where's the...
Yep, I smell a little bit of the booze.
I smell a lot of it. I kind of want to take a little bit from the middle. What are we going to do with the rest of this?
So that's the nice thing about this show, and my coworkers enjoy it because I always bring food in the day after.
They're going to be so excited that you brought them fruitcake.
Supposedly one of my coworkers says she's a huge fruitcake fan. Maybe I just have a bad knife because it's not cutting through this that well.
Well, I'm using a bread knife.
Actually, so am I, because it's all serrated.
Yeah.
All right, I got a piece off.
I got a piece. Mine has marzipan in it.
So yeah, so the marzipan center is actually an optional thing. On there, I'm more excited to try this than the fruitcake on there because I like cranberries. Okay, here we go. Messy. I can handle this. It's kind of like a powdered donut.
Some just taste like raisins.
And then the almonds kind of mix it in. So, as you can see, there's multiple kinds. You can put any kind of fruit in it, just like fruitcake. And I think this is a lot better because there's no candied fruit in it. I'm not lying to you. That's what I don't like the most about fruitcake is the candied fruit.
So you like dried fruit, but not
that and the nuts they put into it. I'm not a big fan of like hard nuts in the soft cake. It throws me off. Makes me confused.
I got this fruit basket from one of my customers today.
Fancy.
It's so amazing. I was so ecstatic when she I didn't see her. My one of the service advisors like, we got gifts, and he showed me both of the fruit baskets. She put nuts in there, like shelled almonds, shelled hazelnuts, shelled peanuts, and then there's like apples, grapefruits, pears, and clementines or nectarines. I can never remember which was which.
Probably
the
clementines.
The cuties?
No idea what that is.
They're like the brand cuties. I think they're clementines.
I think they're probably clementines too. Oh, so yeah, this is not that bad. It's a little messy though because of powdered sugar.
Yeah. It just tastes like raisins.
I would take this over fruitcake any day.
But it is fruitcake.
Well, the Germans know how to do it right then.
16% dried plums. 5% almonds?
On there. And so going back to kind of Dresden on there, they love their Stalin so much. There's actually a Stalin festival over there. And it actually happens it happens on the Saturday before the second Sunday of Advent, and they make a Stalin cake that weighs 3 to 4 tons, and they parade it around. So I actually have a video of this on here, so you guys can see this whole cart is literally the Stalin bread right there, and you can see all the people who show up to this, and they cart it to the Christmas market. Like how big is that? That's like a 10-foot cart, and it's all Stalin in it.
It looks like they killed Yeti.
Yeah, it is a giant Stalin, and they even have a special knife that they make too.
Really? I want to see it.
Where you come in and like slice it. So look at that. Look at that. That's a giant knife.
That's awesome.
On there. And then they just go slice and dice it on there. And what's really cool about it is that this is really a charity event because once they slice it up into small pieces, and then everybody can buy a piece, and all the money goes to charity on there. So I think this is cool, and I love how the Germans have an entire festival based on a fruitcake, essentially.
Wow. So that's a slice for one person?
I hope not.
Well, that thing's huge. I mean, I can understand if that's the slice. Wow.
Man, look at that. And you can see him slicing them
Wow.
up into smaller pieces and stuff. I think that's awesome.
Do you want to pick up the pad?
On there. So that, yeah, I think that is way cool. On there. So yeah, I mean, the Germans, man, they know what they're doing.
Germans.
All right.
We know.
So
So,
how about we jump on to the next one, because we have a lot of food to try this time.
yes.
I guess I'm not eating dinner tonight, I guess.
I forgot.
Let's see, what do we have next? All right, let's try
Eggnog chocolate.
our eggnog chocolate. Where did I put the eggnog chocolate?
Mine's right here. This is from our Ghirardelli package that we started last week with the peppermint episodes. And it came with peppermint bark, pumpkin spice caramel, and eggnog. So we're going to do eggnog.
Eggnog.
Have you ever had eggnog?
I actually have never had alcoholic eggnog because I live in Utah.
So you've drank the, like, straight from the carton?
Yeah, I think I got some homemade ones too on there. So
This does smell like eggnog. I worked at Starbucks, so we had eggnog lattes. And how I made my eggnog, I didn't put any coffee in it. I would fill a cup halfway with eggnog, and then I would sprinkle it with nutmeg, like cold eggnog, and then I would top it with ice. So it would just be like really tightly packed full of ice. Then I would put a lid on it and then shake it. So it would just be eggnog. No. Before that, it would be half eggnog, and then I'd put whipped cream. And then I would top it with nutmeg, a lot of ice, shake it up, and then drink it. So it was like a really light, fluffy eggnog drink.
Isn't eggnog pretty much just pancake batter?
I have no idea.
All right, okay, let's
I know
try
it's got eggs in it.
So what's the spice that you put in here again?
Nutmeg.
A little too much nutmeg for me, but it's not bad.
But that's what eggnog tastes like.
I would rank this higher than rank it a lot higher than the fruitcake still.
Yeah, well, it has white chocolate in it. It's this number one ingredient is white chocolate.
Chocolate. You can't go wrong with chocolate, right?
And it has natural flavor, but it doesn't have eggs in it. It's interesting.
You don't need to have eggs in it. Eggs are expensive.
But it does have real nutmeg in it.
That's tasty. I like it. I like chocolate. I think I could use the. I guess I don't eat a lot of things with nutmeg in it. That's why.
Nobody really does because it's a holiday thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, mine has chocolate.
Yeah. So the last thing we have is marzipan on there, and the reason why it actually has chocolate in it is because what marzipan is essentially almond meal crushed up with sugar and honey on there.
Yeah.
And one of the traditional ways to serve it is with chocolate around it. So the center is all marzipan, and then just a little chocolate around on there.
And marzipan comes in fun shapes too.
This kind of goes back to our ice cream cones. Why is yours bigger than mine? I have
a lot to compensate for.
I have a little marzipan. All right, let's try this. I'm excited for this, actually. I like marzipan.
I don't think I've ever had it by itself.
It's really good. So I think the chocolate brings it together, you know?
I don't really like chocolate.
So it kind of reminds me of an Almond Joy, but less fake stuff in the middle.
And no coconut.
Let's be honest. There's nothing real in an Almond Joy. When you eat that.
There's coconut. Coconut's real.
Coconut and I've had real coconut. It does not taste like that. I like this because it's sweet, but not too sweet on there. And that's another thing I don't like about the Almond Joys. Is because I think they're way too sweet. on there.
This is really sweet.
And then I was actually looking around to see what the definition of marzipan is, and apparently because it's pretty much everybody was like, well, what's the difference between that and almond paste on there? And I was looking around, and there's really not set requirements. I mean, the EU has a requirement where it should have almond oil content of 14% and no moisture more than 8.5%. So apparently the Europeans are a lot more strict than the US because we have no requirements for marzipan about their marzipan on there. But generally, I think the consensus is that marzipan has more, the ratio of sugar to almonds is higher than what almond paste has.
Okay.
Well,
I like the marzipan. I don't like the chocolate. I wish I could just peel off. Like, I could use a vegetable peeler and just peel off the chocolate.
You know what you should do? Just take a spoon and just start spooning it out.
Spoon my marzipan. Did y'all watch Homestar Runner? That's Homestar Runner's girlfriend's name.
Yep, she's the only girl in the whole cartoon.
Mm-hmm. Except for the ones that Strong Bad talks about.
Those don't exist.
And the Teen Girl Squad.
They don't exist.
But they are in Strong Bad's emancipation.
Imagination.
Emancipation.
Proclamation.
So, I think with the Dum Dums, we should try them all at the same time.
Oh dear. Okay. Okay.
Like a bouquet. So what did I give you?
Let me pull out the bag. I like how you put them in a Ziploc bag.
Well, I wanted to put air in them. I don't remember which ones I gave you because there's a few of them.
I have gingerbread.
Okay.
Polar punch.
Okay.
Hot chocolate.
Okay.
Original pops. There's a Christmas tree on it.
Oh, that's a sugar cookie.
Oh, sugar. They wrote it in yellow, and it's really hard to see on there. And sugar plum.
I didn't give you apple cider?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
So I have to put 5 of these in my mouth at once?
Yeah. Get used to it.
What?
What?
What? I don't even know what that means.
Hopefully I can remember which ones I'm doing. Okay. I'm really excited about these. I found these at the dollar store too. So
many things open. This is like a suicide version of
Christmas.
Right.
And they all have sugar in them. So what do we have again? Sugar plum, hot chocolate, polar punch, gingerbread, and sugar cookie. Which I guess is going to taste just like sugar.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough surface area for my tongue to get all these flavors in at once. Okay, I'll tie them up like a balloon. All right.
I don't know if I can fit all these in my mouth at one time. I might have to do them one at a time.
I have 3 in one hand and 2 in the other hand.
I have 5 in one hand.
Hardcore. All right, ready, guys?
No. Yes.
Okay. Here we go. I'm really gonna do all this.
I'm gonna do it too.
Okay.
So what do you think?
Considering that it's an audio component of the podcast.
What do you taste the most?
The plum.
The roll?
The plum and the
blue one?
The hot chocolate. Oh no.
I was afraid to go forward because I thought all my spit was just gonna fall down.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I gotta take these out before I slobber all.
That was really fun.
Yeah, okay.
I tasted the blue the most.
I like the blue.
The blue just tastes like blue.
Is this the sugar cookie one?
Yellow is sugar cookie.
That doesn't taste like anything really. Maybe a little butterscotchy, but
yeah, it tastes like something bready.
But there's not a lot of taste to it.
Not really.
And then let's see, what's this one? The brown one is the
one of them's chocolate and one of them's gingerbread.
No, that one's gingerbread, the clearish brown one.
Mm-hmm.
And then so this one's hot chocolate, the creamy one, I guess. Yep. Mm-hmm. And then the plum. So I like the
tastes like grape.
I like the blue one and the plum one and the hot chocolate the most. The gingerbread one doesn't really taste like gingerbread. on there.
It tastes funky. I don't know what it tastes like.
Maybe if you combine the gingerbread and the cookie together.
Okay.
Nope, that's not helping. Now what I'm gonna do with all these? And my hands are like all sticky now too.
I know. I spit all over my hands. Just trying to get them out.
All right, guys, but that is actually our whole episode of Noms. I hope you guys enjoyed. Apparently, next episode we're making hot chocolate. That's gonna be awesome.
Frozen hot chocolate.
Frozen hot chocolate. And if you guys have any other ideas that you want us to do, or you have some Christmas favorites that you guys enjoy eating during Christmas, let us know. You can send us an email at nomspodcast@ktdata.net. Or you can find us facebook.com/nomspodcast, or on Twitter at nomspodcast for the show, or at JNTV. Excuse me. All the marzipans like it. Oh, we gotta try the cinnamon ones too. Okay.
It can be our going away present.
All right. So, you can also on Twitter at JNTV for cousin, or at KTData for myself. We check all of those regularly. And if you want to watch live, the chat room is having a fun day today.
Yeah.
Apparently, I say things that are dirty that I don't realize are.
What? Nothing we did can be construed as dirty.
I don't know why people are saying these things. I'm innocent. On there, and so our next episode's going to be December 30th on there, right before the new year.
Wow! Wait,
what?
I will be in Alabama.
Oh, okay. We'll
maybe no.
We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out.
We'll figure out
on there, and something will happen on that day. Just pay attention on there, and hope you guys enjoy the show. We're almost out of beta, on there, and also I'll be thinking about it. I'll be here for the January show, but we're headed out to Vegas for CES soon. So if you guys like technology stuff, pay attention to ktdata.net. Cousin, you got anything to pimp before we go?
Send me your addresses if you want a Christmas card.
Christmas.
Yeah. And book club is coming up on the beginning of January. We're reading Jake and the Gingerbread Wars, a very holiday spirited book.
All right. And to top things off, I'm going to have my daily 2 calories for my dinner. It's a weight curbing thing. And we will see all you guys in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Cinnamon, guys.
It's really spicy.
Not bad. Now I'm ready to go say hi to all the ladies. Hey.
Hey, ladies.
Hey.